Thanks for joining us for the Hospitality Hangout, a hospitality-focused podcast where the founders, branded strategic, share their insights and bring technology and innovation leaders that are making things happen in the industry we love. My name is Jimmy Frischling, otherwise known as the Finance Guy. I'd like to introduce my partner, my brother from another mother, Mr. Michael Schatzberg, also known as the Restaurant Guy.
And thank you for that kind introduction.
And your mom made me do it.
And to everybody listening, you call me Schatz, a.k.a. the Restaurant Guy. We are the personalities behind branded strategic hospitality. We work at the intersection of hospitality, technology, innovation, and capital. And Jimmy, I got to tell you, we are live from Fstec today in Dallas. This is a really, really special time. I mean, how excited?
I got to tell you, back on the road. It is awesome. Appreciate our friends at Winsight and the whole team at Fstec making this happen. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the first major in-person hospitality trade show. It has been a long 18, 19 months. It feels like years.
No one likes to travel more than us, Jimmy.
We were on the road constantly. Yeah. By the way, why do our wives like us on the road so much? I don't understand that. They get on the road, travel more.
I think it's because we love having drinks wherever we go. Everyone loves to have cocktails with us. I think that's a big part of it.
Listen, so we're thrilled to be on the road for the first big hospitality industry trade show. We are even more excited about our branded innovation alley.
It looks great, by the way. It's unbelievable.
I got to tell you, exceeded my expectations. But we had this idea that a lot of young and innovative and emerging companies weren't getting, let's say, the attention that they deserved for understandable reasons. So we brought together the best-in-class technology in the industry. We have
23, 25?
Oh, 3. 23? It's a good group. 23 companies? Wow. Okay. Big bill. Big tab. Okay. It's all good. Listen, I do want to make, on a truly very serious note, but also very joyous, a special thank you to our corporate partners, our corporate sponsors. We could not have done this without them. So that is our friends at Denton's, our friends at Lockton, and our friends at
That's a good crew, by the way.
I haven't given the third one yet. Open Kitchen by Middleby. Okay, Denton's, Lockton, Open Kitchen by Middleby.
Lockton, biggest private insurance company. Middleby, biggest equipment manufacturer.
How about that?
And this is amazing.
You like apples? I mean, like apples?
I
like them apples.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is really incredible. Listen. We got a great podcast here. Hey, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I see Wade Allen from Brinker walking down the hallway. We have A-list operators at this show. Am I not, Jimmy?
Pull them in.
Wait, get over here right now. Brinker, Maggiano's, Chili's. This guy is doing it all. Wade, welcome to the podcast. Get set up over here. Your mic is set up.
Hey, gents.
All right, perfect. Wade, give us a little background about you and your involvement at Brinker and some of the brands. I mentioned them, but tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, so a little bit about me and Brinker. I've been at Brinker almost 8 years. Started in marketing as a VP of marketing, and then got pulled into being the CIO, Chief Digital Officer, after a few years, and ran that department. Now over in innovation. So my focus every day is to wake up and think about how to disrupt.
We love it. Jimmy and I have been disrupting everything. Certainly at the hotel.
I think they use the word annoying.
I'm
not sure they use disrupting.
I think disrupting is a nice word for annoying, Jimmy.
Listen, Wade, we know you're jamming here. Would love just to kind of bounce a few things off you. Love to hear for you to share some insights with the Hangout listeners or with our podcast crew. As an operator, what are you looking to learn from a show like this? You're coming here. Time is all of our most valuable commodity.
You've been to a bunch of shows, right?
Yeah, a lot of shows. Well, Jimmy, good question, because I just talked about disruption. Every day I wake up and I think about how this industry is changing us and how we don't always control that change. So going to a show like Fstec, you kind of dig in and find these organizations and these different companies that are doing stuff not the traditional way. And that's what it's all about. Who's doing something different? How do I gain inspiration? How do I look to these companies to see who can offer something to truly change our business and be disruptive?
So let me ask you, what kind of things are you looking for at a show like this? Can you give me broad, like 30,000? What are you thinking about?
Well, so obviously technology and the evolution of technology and how it constantly changes our environment. So that could be everything from loyalty opportunities to drones, right? It seems a little crazy, but drones, delivery, third-party delivery, looking at kind of how do we become smarter with guest feedback and data, and even all the way down to POS. What's the new version and future of POS? And then how do you do the blocking and tackling, right? Just the operational checking in a truck, right? pencil and paper, old school truck checking, and how do you
sure.
get to something that's more innovative and different and makes it easier on the operator? So all of the above, right? That's specifics.
What about ghost kitchens?
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's what I do day in and day out of my job, and ghost kitchens for sure. That's a big part.
Let me talk a little about that, because you guys have really been in. How long have you guys been doing ghost kitchens?
Oh man, we've been at it. We've been trying to develop for 2 years. We've been in the market for at least 18 months now.
So you guys have really been innovative in this. I mean, the brands I mentioned earlier when I saw you walking down the hall, it's Chili's, Maggiano's. There's like 1,500 Chili's. They're all over the world.
Yeah.
It's famous, known brands like that. And you guys launched It's Just Wings and Maggiano's Italian Classic.
Yeah.
And the Maggiano's, it's great because you're taking Maggiano's, the top 10 dishes, and you're putting that into a ghost kitchen. So it's just the best of the best. And then the wings. Tell me a little bit about that. It's Just Wings, and how does that fit in, and how did that come about? You're pumping that out of Chili's?
Yeah, we are. We're actually we call it sweating the asset. We actually take our assets, those 1,400, and we use those. People will call it a dark kitchen or a host kitchen, right?
I don't like the dark kitchen.
No,
sounds spooky.
Yeah, it sounds a little kind of Dark Force.
Yeah,
Dark
exactly. They're Star Wars-esque.
But yeah, so what we knew going into this is we had a lot of iterative moments that we kind of worked through until we got to the refined product. But we always knew we were a very lean place, but we never got a lot of credit at Chili's because we're Chili's, right? We're more of a casual dining and diversified menu. So we knew we had a great product. We knew we could innovate and create some great sauces and some great desserts. And so we started testing this. Now, what we also knew is we needed a brand that was value-oriented, and we needed to leverage our scale, and we needed tech to help us. Because what we couldn't have is a bunch of tablets in 1,000 restaurants on a given Friday night blowing up one side of our kitchen.
Right.
So we thought long and hard about it. We worked on it, and in June of 2020, we launched 1,000 plus kitchens in one day, which to my knowledge is the largest restaurant launch ever, because I don't think you can build 1,000
Oh,
kitchens
yeah.
in one
Without
day.
a doubt. I mean, opening up 1,000 stores in one day, I had trouble with one store.
We're more of a one-store
Yeah,
kind of-
one store every a few years.
Yes.
There's 1,000 in a day.
Got to pull it upon.
Yeah,
Love
really
good for
new
you.
technology and a great team, which
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys
Yeah.
have both. That's
I just want to ask for just one last question about the conference here at Fstec. For operators, who can't, who weren't able to make it, is there anything that any tech company initiative that you've come across or that you're aware of that you think they should know?
So I will tell you, I'm a huge believer in guest feedback and guest centered.
love. Jamie's favorite word is guest engagement.
Guest engagement.
Right, guest engagement, right? If you're not paying attention to what the guest is saying and your problems with the guest and how you're evolving, it's a struggle. So I'll pimp a brand here for just a minute. We're not, this isn't a selfish request because I don't actually use them, but I have seen them and I'm very impressed with them. Ovation is one that I think has a major play here. I've been super impressed with the two leaders of that organization. I've been watching them closely.
Zach Oates, probably best dressed CEO I've ever seen.
Definitely one of the best dressed. Pretty good guy too.
Yeah, he's a good
sweetheart.
dude.
And by the way, that was, and Chad said, you or I said that. People would say, "Oh, sure, you're giving your guys a plug."
No,
I say, no. If you and I had brought up Ovation, people would say, "Oh, sure, right?" Because we use that company, we love that company. Full disclosure, we're heavily involved, and we agree with you. We think he has made it. What's the technical term? Idiot proof. The adoption. Is that the technical term?
Yes.
The embracement, the adoption. It just works, and I'm so glad that you threw a shout out not only for customer engagement and specifically feedback, but mention one of our favorite companies in the business as well.
100%. So let me ask you something else. So we talked about the ghost kitchens. It's Just Wings. Can we talk about how much business you guys are doing? Are we allowed to bring that up? Or can we give a ballpark? Can we give a range? Because I heard it's some pretty big numbers.
Yeah. So
just be a ballpark.
Ballpark,
Public
right?
company, right?
So yeah, public, and I won't share anything that's not already been shared on our earnings.
Not getting breaking news today, Chef.
Okay.
Not getting,
I'm not
breaking
going to
news.
jail.
And we're also not going to break the law. We're also not going to break the law.
Jimmy's registered with many different FINRAs and all these different things. So I feel like you can talk about this.
Check. I got some FINRA, SEC, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can talk SEC stuff.
Yeah, just don't get us in trouble.
So how's business? So last year, the launch year, we did 170 million plus last year.
That's a lot of wings.
We're not on video, but by the way, I just put my finger to my lips and said 170.
Yeah, that's a lot of wings.
It's a lot of wings, man. It far exceeded our expectation, and the good and the bad is it was a great year. Bad news is I got a hurdle at this year. So it's always hustling.
And Maggiano's, the Italian, did you roll out at the same time? Is that a bigger rollout, smaller rollout? Are you seeing the same success?
So we're just starting on that one. We're 300 deep, roughly. Our goal is to have roughly 900 some odd units that we'll
Got it.
that.
Unbelievable.
We've been real careful with that one because we don't want to cannibalize sales from our core brand, Maggiano's.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then so that's great. Very exciting. So what is new? Outside of this, what else is new at Chili's and Maggiano's? What can you tell us? What's in the pipeline? Is it tech? Is it new menu? Is it new stores? Is it new footprint? What's going on?
So I would say two things we're really focused on. The first one is third-party delivery platform we're creating today. And all of them, as we look at, they always struggle with the costs of that last-mile delivery. So we've started to toy with a few autonomous vehicle. We're looking at drone delivery. We're going to pilot some of these things in the next month, and I'm super intrigued with this because, in particular, drone delivery seems, future space age, Skynet kind of thing. But once you've seen this in action, it's game changing, right? And then the second one that I think that we're pretty focused on is how do we make the parking lot the new dining room? How do we take the party to the parking lot, right? For years, we've kind of treated it as this seedy back alley. You come get your food.
Expensive real estate to do just cars, right?
Well, yeah, right. And now that COVID's taught everybody that, hey, you can roll up and get it, or you can have a delivery driver roll up and get it. We've got to do a better job, and we've got a tech that we're bringing to bear here in the next, we'll be finished here shortly. That's pretty powerful for the guests, and pretty powerful for the operators.
That was part of the party in the parking lot. I think every NFL franchise is like, we've been doing that for decades.
It's called tailgating people.
Yeah. But Wade and the team are gonna figure out a way to monetize it for everyone's benefit. Listen, since we're talking about new things, I want to kick into our crystal ball moment. It wouldn't be a Hospitality Hangout podcast if we didn't do a crystal ball moment where we ask our guests where they see restaurants and technology 2 years from now. So being that we're at FSTech today, and you touched on some new things, but here's our question. When we come back to FSTech 2 years from now, what do you think what are going to be the hot topics, and what will have changed and evolved? We're only talking 2 years out, but things are going, the embracement of tech, things are moving rapid fire. So 2 years is actually a long time right now, but what do you expect?
Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit more conservative as opposed to going too far out there. I think in 2 years, you're going to come back and you're going to see the split between off-premise and dining room 50-50.
Boom.
It's going to stick.
That is a big, bold statement, people.
It's a cool statement. We've been saying that.
We've been saying it.
I got to tell you,
this when you hear a guy from Brinker say it,
it means something. Definitely.
You said it means nothing.
Exactly. That's why
Brinker means something.
Oh, it's scary, man. I'm on the record now.
I agree with you.
I think the other thing that I would predict is we just talked about it, but I think the last mile delivery and these third-party delivery companies can't form enemies with the restaurants. It's got to be a different play. And so I think you're going to see massive evolution happen in this space, whether it's drone delivery, autonomous vehicles, something to bring the cost down that's a shared partnership. You may even see, and I won't say we're going to, but you may even see big restaurant companies kind of gel together to create their own distribution, last mile distribution, in an effort, one, not to compete with one another, but maybe you have a fast casual, a couple in fast casual, a couple in fine dining, a couple in casual dining, a couple in QSR, and they come together to formalize some kind of an alliance to reduce the cost for the guest because delivery's going to start.
I agree, and I got to tell you, I'm looking forward, Jimmy, to being back here with Wade 2 years from now to follow up on all this.
It's going to be awesome. Schatz, I know I already introduced you, but just so it wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't say, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, no matter where we are, on the road or back at Branded HQ, the best segment of any Hospitality Hangout belongs to Mr. Schatz.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Jimmy, for acknowledging.
Yes, I'm acknowledging.
But Wade, we're going to do the Branded Quickfire at Fstec. We've never done this before. You are the first person to ever do an Fstec Branded Quickfire. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
5 lightning round questions. Don't think too hard. Just first answer that comes to your mind. What's your favorite thing about Texas? It's a Texan, by the way.
Bravado. The bravado that Texans have.
Boom. Dallas or Austin?
Dallas, baby.
Boom. I think they lives like 5 years ago.
Big D.
Yeah. Favorite airport snack?
Oh my gosh. M&M's. Peanut M&M's.
I love peanut M&M's, man. I love it. I agree. NCAA or NFL?
NCAA.
That's Texas. That's a true Texas.
All the way.
Yeah. If you were to challenge Jimmy Rock to a mechanical bull riding competition, Who would you have the better odds of beating?
Kind of curious.
I think I'm going to smoke Shatsy on this one.
Yeah, I would have. I would agree. I would agree on that one. I would fall off in 2 seconds. I can get on the bull.
You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with Wade as well. But but what do you know? Listen, Wade, we want to thank you so much for stopping by.
Check out
he's got a lot going on, and you spending time with us and taking a moment out of your crazy schedule. We greatly appreciate it, and what you do for the industry all the time. So have a great finish to the show, Shats. I don't know why you were so worried about pulling Wade in. I thought he did really well. I don't know why you were so worried.
You look at someone walking down, you're scared. The first face they see is me, and I say, "Where's Alan?" The guy was petrified.
Wade, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your show.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Jimmy, I got to tell you, why we're here live at Fstec, I got to tell you, I see another A-list celebrity from our Innovation Alley. Is that who I think it is? My friend, Derek Canton from Boston?
Let's invite Derek in. Come on,
Derek, get over here. Derek, don't be shy. Get over here. Derek, look, get on our podcast right now, the Hospitality Hangout. Don't look scared, Derek, okay? Come on over here.
Gentlemen.
There's our mic. Get set up, okay?
Awesome,
You're all
awesome.
set?
Okay, cool,
awesome.
cool. We're here?
Yeah, Derek, it's great to have you on the Hospitality Hangout. This is awesome. You're part of the branded Innovation Alley. Tell us a little about Paerpay and Derek Canton, and what are you doing in Dallas?
Awesome. Well, first of all,
you don't know what you're doing in Dallas.
Yeah, I just walked up and you guys just pulled me over here. So we're on the spot. We're figuring it out. We're having a great time, though. But gentlemen, it's great to see you both. Excited to be here today.
Last I think we saw you in New York at Isabel's, right?
Yeah, that's what it was,
the Amazon event, right?
Is that the Amazon event?
That was awesome.
Another great event. What I've noticed is wherever you guys are, it's usually a pretty good time. So
we bring the party, man. The party follows Jimmy and I.
That's awesome.
I have a theory: if you open up a tab, good things happen.
Yes,
there it is.
You tell people you're buying drinks, good things do happen, Jimmy.
Especially when it's on the branded tab. So,
yes.
That's it.
100%. So tell us a little bit about Paerpay and what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're live in Dallas right now. So we're stoked to be part of the Innovation Alley. So with Paerpay, what we're doing is we're helping merchants that are using legacy POS systems. So we're talking like the Micros, the Aloha, the Positech of the world. Mm-hmm. And they want to adopt
a lot of them, right?
A lot of them.
How many out there do you think?
There are millions of merchants of all sizes. The customers that we're working with are as big as large enterprise chains to just some small individual locations. We see that the challenges affect all of them, especially when you're looking at the POS system. So this is really the challenge that we're helping. If these operators want to be able to adopt more payment standards like Apple Pay and Google Pay, and to be able to pay via text message or QR codes, but because of the limitations with the POS systems, they can't do so. So we say, look, we're going to help you solve that problem without actually changing your payment architecture at all. So don't break your contract with your POS system.
Which I love, because everyone loves using their uncle who does the processing.
Exactly, right? And the best part is you don't have to download anything. So their customers, no apps required, so their friction of actually using their platform
sounds painless,
completely seamless. Exactly.
I love it, man. This is great stuff. Listen, since we're all out in Dallas together, what's it like being back on the road? We've all been a little bit constrained. We've all been a little doing the Zoom and the home games. What is it like being back on the road?
It's incredible. The past couple of weeks. We're down in New York. We got a chance to be able to connect there, which is awesome. We're out in SF last week and then LA the week before. So it feels good to be on site, seeing people. We're in the hospitality space, right?
Yeah.
Hospitality is about being in front of people and hanging out and having a good time, man. So absolutely.
We got a face like mine. Zoom is not working.
But you do have a great face for radio, Chad.
I was just about to say that. I was like, you have a face for radio.
You always coin that phrase. You can't use that.
You can use it. Just give it a little attribution. Actually, skip it. Use it all you want.
So listen, we are super excited that you are part of Branded's Innovation Alley here at Fstec. Tell us a little bit what it's like to be on the marketplace floor. This is a giant floor. You've got the biggest companies in tech surrounding us here in the middle of this. How does it feel?
It feels great. First of all, you said a little bit, but just to highlight it, we're literally in the middle of all the action here at Fstec, right? The biggest companies are in the space of the players.
NCR is right over there. That's the big boy in the space, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's so great. We've really had some incredible conversations already. NCR is already one of our partners. And there's a few others here on the floor that we were already starting to work with.
See, Lowe's here. Jimmy, Lowe's here.
Partech.
And we're sitting right
Q.
here. Yeah, Q's here. Partech, a big one.
Yes.
That's awesome.
But the secret is, they're all here just to see Paerpay. They don't know it yet, but they're really here for Paerpay.
How good's that attitude, that approach? By the way, they came. By the way, if we get them on the podcast, we're going to say, hey, who do you want to see this? I want to see Derek.
Well,
I gotta find Derek.
Paerpay. It's what's Derek.
That was a Derek.
No, I'm just kidding. That's why Derek's one of my favorite new friends on the CEO front here on the innovation.
I got to tell you, if I had $1 for every time you said that, I'd have $1.
I'm going to say about 10 minutes on the next guest.
Then I get a few more dollars.
But, like Derek's here, I'll tell him he's my favorite.
Last question about the Fstec show. Is there anyone, and again, you may not want to name names, but is there anyone you're particularly excited to see? And maybe is there anything, what is there a buzz of anything, what's being talked about that's caught your attention?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. So I can't say who we're going to be meeting with because there's a couple that we already have lined up that we're very excited about.
Breaking news. That's
Jimmy,
right.
not at Fstec today.
Not at Fstec.
But what I will say, which I'm really stoked about, so I think it was maybe a week or two ago. So MasterCard announced that they're going to be getting rid of the mag stripes on their credit cards.
They've been talking about that a long time. It's about time.
It's about time.
Mine never works anyway, to be honest with you.
That's
They're rubbing
so
it. They're rubbing it. They're always. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm like, what do you want from my life? This is the card. Yeah. That's right.
Exactly right. So now we're seeing that a lot of the hypotheses that we had as a business really starting to come together. Because what's going to happen is there's millions of merchants who today are only taking credit card swipes, right? So how are these merchants they going to be able to adjust and adapt to new standards? And we're here to be able to do that. So we're really excited to have these conversations with these operators that are here on the floor with us right now, exploring this awesome spot. We can help them solve these problems at a global level.
So if they get rid of all the magnetic strips, they've been talking about this a long time to force merchants to adopt the tap and pay and the inserting the card, right, using the chip basically, right? So when does this happen? It's going to speed everything up, and it's super exciting, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think
what does that mean to Paerpay?
It means a lot. It means we got a damn good business. That's what it means for us. I mean, the opportunity.
A damn good business.
Absolutely.
That'd be one of my terms. Damn good.
That's a finance term.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. That's it.
Get that out of business school.
Coin that. So every time you hear that, I get the dollar.
He gets the dollar.
So that's exciting. So what's new at Paerpay?
So there's a lot of stuff that's cooking right now, right? So first of all, we launched our platform May of last year. We've seen some incredible growth over the past year, which has been awesome. Since we launched now, we're nationwide supporting restaurants of all sizes. We're actually launching with our largest customer tomorrow. We're doing our installation with them.
Did you share name?
Not yet, but by the end of the month, we'll be doing a whole
announcement. I respect you took a shot.
I'm trying.
You took a shot. It's all right.
By
the way,
Jimmy, we got breaking news. We need breaking news.
If you're in the Navy, loose lips sink ships. By the way, Derek has never sunk a ship.
Exactly. That's it.
No. You know what I say, Jimmy? It's I keep a secret. People
tell him can't keep a secret.
We're just collecting dollars on taglines. That's what we've been doing.
That's Jimmy and I. That's our whole podcast.
It's our side hustle. Listen, if there was one thing that you wanted the Hangout listeners to know about
like 6,
50,000
listeners.
No, if there's one thing you wanted our listeners to know about Paerpay and the product, what might it be?
The number one thing I would say is there's a lot of merchants that are struggling to adopt payment standards, and there's a lot of options out there.
Do you think it's because they don't know what the standards are?
That's a big part. So that's one of the things I was actually going to say is one is that for these merchants to commit, often it's very expensive and it takes a lot of time. With our customers, we can get them live within an hour, and it's a very, very low lift. So if someone wants a real solution that solves problems, that helps put dollars back in the pocket of the operators, we're absolutely the best bet. And challenge me on that. That's why I always tell people.
As an operator myself, our attention span is very, very limited.
What was that?
So when you say that you can get me set up in an hour, that is like music to my ears because, weeks upon weeks of something is just not good. We lose interest and we move on to whatever is the easy, something easier.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Clear ROI, and that's exactly what we focus on as a business.
Love it.
Listen, it wouldn't be a podcast if we didn't kind of bring in some of our best hits and kind of highlights.
We have quick fire?
No. Sorry.
Oh, you said hits.
Well, I think the crystal ball moment's a hit. Now you're shunning me. Now you're shunning my section. I was going to give you the best section, but don't shun me. Don't shame me.
The crystal ball moment is fun.
All right, listen. The crystal ball moment. We want to ask our guests to put on their Kreskin or Clio hat and predict. Since we're at Fstec, when we come back here 2 years from now, what do you think are going to be the hot topics, and what, if anything, do you think would have changed or evolved? 2 years in this industry right now, given what's going on, it's a lifetime. So 2 years from now, we're back at Fstec. What are the topics and what's changed?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. One, there's a lot of analytics and data showing that by 2025, 50% of all transactions going through a POS system will be contactless. So that fundamentally is going to change the way people are making payments, the way people are engaging with loyalty, the way merchants and customers are engaging themselves as well too. So one of the biggest things I think we're going to see is more transparency between the relationship between the customers as well as the merchants themselves. People are bringing their own devices now, right? So instead of spending millions of
Wait a
dollars,
minute. Did you just see people are bringing their own device?
BYOD.
Oh,
BYOD, bring your own device.
BYOD.
Coin that one.
Yeah, that's
$1. That's a dollar.
That is Jimmy's. That is Jimmy's. Yeah, shirts made up that say that.
I love that. So that's one of the biggest things that we're seeing. And when people are bringing their own devices, that creates an opportunity for more engagement between the merchants and the guests.
Customer engagement.
Derek's rolling through our hot list.
We
This
are
is good.
People, we just saw him walking down here. We did not pre-plan.
People are going to think he did some scripted little. He's using, these are our favorite topics.
Maybe he listens to our podcast. Is that possible?
No, I don't.
Could he be the other person that listens to the podcast?
Well, I'm the new friend. So, maybe not,
That's why he's my new friend. He's listening to our podcast.
All right. No, I not only do we agree with you, but in all sincerity, we appreciate you sharing that color because that is we are observing these things as well, and we love someone who's in the trenches and an expert in the payments, watching what's going on and predicting this. So thank you. All right, I want to give all the respects. There we go. We're in season 5 of the podcast now, and it has been well
I
established.
can't keep track of the letters that come in about how incredible the branded quickfire is.
Yes, here it is, Shaz. You just take it, okay?
All right,
I'll
we're
be
doing
quiet.
the Fstec branded quickfire here live in Dallas, Texas, with Derek Canton, CEO and founder of Paerpay. We are so lucky to have him at Branded Innovation Alley, Jimmy. I'm going to ask you five quick-fire questions. Are you ready for them?
I'm ready to go. You know what I've learned is if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So let's do this.
All
By
right.
the way, I'm putting $1 in for that. That's good. That was money. That one was
Let
money.
me,
5 seasons.
I'll be
This is the
stealing.
best episode.
Sorry. I'll be borrowing. No stealing. Borrowing that line.
All I want is 40% in perpetuity.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
What is your favorite thing about Texas?
My favorite thing about Texas, well, everything is bigger in Texas, including the barbecue. I'm a foodie, so I would say that's it. Texas barbecue, man.
I have to agree with that. Dallas or Austin?
Ooh, Austin. I'm a techie. That's why.
Favorite airport snack?
Oh, shoot. That's a good one. Favorite airport snack. I mean, out of all the questions to stump me, right? And I'm a snacker. So I would say my favorite airport snack would have to be like that trail mix. You get a little bit of everything in it. You get
like
salty,
a
the
panzini or
sweet.
something like that. Little nuts and
There you
raisins,
go.
maybe a couple M&Ms
I
thrown in
love
there.
the salty almonds. That's one of my things as well, too. Yep.
Go along with that.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's kind of healthy. He's a young guy who eats healthy. Jimmy's bag of Doritos. Cool Ranch.
I am Cool Ranch.
Ooh.
NCAA or NFL?
NFL.
If you were to challenge Jimmy Robbins to a mechanical bull riding competition, who would you have better odds of beating?
Ooh. I mean, that's. I mean, you guys are both built like stallions.
Yeah,
so
yes.
I mean, that's.
Yes, a lot of people like Shatz and Stallion. That's one thing I've never heard. Shatz and Stallion.
Yeah, I would say, I think I could be Shatz.
You think you can? I know
I
you
think I have a better shot. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look at Jimmy.
I think I can be both. Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, he's a linebacker or a running back.
I'm not sure Shaz would even get on the bowl. I'm sure he'd get on the bowl.
Is there a step stool? There's a step stool.
Listen, Derek, we want to thank you so much. We know you got a ton going on at the show. We appreciate you jumping in with us. We also appreciate everything you and your team.
There's customers over there, by the way.
Yes.
Looking, and there's nobody at your booth, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Listen,
You might want to go check
we
it
want to
out.
thank you. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you back here 2 years from now. And we're going to talk about your predictions, and also we're going to count up the money in the middle of the pot. Derek, you'll get yours. Shasha, you'll get yours.
0 for me.
And it's 0 for you, but Derek and I are splitting the pot. Derek, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
let's
you.
go,
you
back
guys.
to go selling, man. He's
All right,
got work to do.
back to work.
All right,
Thanks.
be back soon.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot,
Derek.
man. Get out of here, knucklehead. We are having a great time at Fstec, the Branded Innovation Alley here, live in Dallas. Jimmy, I'm going to try and find someone else to rope in, and we have very few people ever want to come on the podcast. It's not easy. I think I see a very tall, handsome, blonde person walking by. I'm pretty sure, yes, it looks like the CEO and founder, Sterling. Sterling, come over here, Sterling. He's running. Sterling, get back over here. Don't run. You're coming back. You've been on the podcast before, Sterling Douglas, and you are coming in. This is the first time, Jimmy. I got him. Sterling, get set up. Here's your mic. Get all set up over there. Sterling, this is his second time being on our podcast. It's the first time we've had a repeat guest.
I didn't think anyone would ever come back.
I didn't think so either.
That's one, good thing you roped them in, literally.
The first time we had a CEO from Chowly, the founder of Chowly, he would never come again. I don't think he wanted to, but I roped him in, Jimmy. Sterling, welcome back to the Hospitality Hangout here in Dallas, Texas. Great to have you. Can you give us a little background on Sterling Douglas and Chowly for our listeners that are new?
First off, yes, And first off, let's thank you for chasing me down there.
I'm sure he was going to the bathroom, by the way. I think he's very upset right now.
So thank you for that. And it's awesome being back here for the second time. Had a great time the first time we were on.
You don't remember the first time.
Sure, I do.
Everyone remembers the first time, Jimmy. I knew that was coming.
Everyone remembers their first time. And whoever's mind went in the gutter, shame on you.
No, we had a great time last time, so I'm really glad to be back. Thank you for having me, and it's really great to have both of you at the same table at Fstec, one of our first big conferences since the pandemic ended. It's been great seeing everyone's beautiful faces, especially Schatz's.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
And Jimmy, it's nice to see you too.
It is all good, and I'm just happy to be next to you guys. I get that. I'm feeling very lucky. Sterling, you're one of the old pros, and despite being not only youthful, but actually even looking more youthful. But what has changed since the last time you were at Fstec?
Well, how many Fstecs have you been to?
This would be.
I feel like you've been a staple here for quite a few years.
Number 6.
Number 6.
So this
6-year jacket.
Yeah, you got to get a jacket. Did Winsight send a jacket for you?
No, they just collect on all the bar tabs that we've opened up at the hotel bars. No, what's changed? I mean, I think one of the coolest things that we've seen on the technology side for restaurants is the consumer adoption acceleration. Right, the last conference we went to was a conference back in early 2019, so it's been over a year and a half. And one of the things that we've seen is a lot of technology that's been around for 4 or 5 years and a lot of Fstecs has finally been picked up. There are so many customers using QR codes to pay at the restaurant, pay at the table. There's so many consumers who are in more rural areas that are so used to ordering delivery on their phone, whether it be groceries or restaurants. So to see consumers finally adopt a lot of this technology is allowing to speed up a lot of the innovation that we're seeing in a lot of different restaurant tech companies here at Fstec.
Yeah, that's awesome. I got to tell you, it's nice to see everyone embracing tech because it is really, it's really helping restaurant operators out, and it's really making for a better experience for everybody. Listen, day 2 Fstec here in the Big D, Dallas, Texas. What was the highlight of day 1?
Well, the highlight of day 1 was just seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time.
I agree.
You start rolling with a lot of the same people at these conferences, a lot of the same tech companies, vendors, people who work at the different media companies, clients, CIOs of different tech companies who are always keeping their eyes open. And we just haven't seen them in a long time. Or seeing a lot of people for the first time in person. Right, we've developed relationships over the past 18 months with different
Those Zoom calls, you never saw anybody, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's amazing. I have in my head just how tall everybody is. And I'm so wrong when it comes to in real life how tall everybody is.
That's my thing, man. That's my thing. I'm like, everyone on the Zoom call, I feel like he's kind of, I don't know how tall. And then you see him in person, you're like, oh, he's 6'5". I never,
Well, Strong's a tall guy. He might be saying that he thought more people would be like his height. I'm saying for you and I, Shaz, we're pretty short guys. I can't get over how we are really short. Like every
I feel like everyone at Fstec is really tall.
Man, they're growing big out here in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
As you get older, so my grandpa, he had to be like 6 feet when I met him when I was younger. He passed away, maybe 4 feet.
Listen, we don't want to be. We're not sure if you can name names, but is there anyone that you either have seen or particularly excited to see at this event? If you do want to name anyone, and is there anything that you feel really is the buzz of the ball, and that what's everyone talking about?
A lot. What's everybody talking about?
What about you, Jimmy?
Yeah, that's right.
I knew it. I'm paranoid. I knew it, and I'm paranoid.
We come in Chowly. We come from a very off-premise focused world. Come from a very digital world, and so what I'm most excited to see is the maturity in a lot of the virtual restaurant space. We've been working with virtual restaurants since we started back in 2015, back when the space was in its nascency. And watching it mature over the past 5 years, watching it go through some little fits and starts, some false starts, some good scale here. It's been great to see some of these companies out and about at the conference, talk to more restaurateurs in person about what their experiences have been on the virtual restaurant side. That's been one of the most interesting things for us.
I gotta tell you, makes a lot of sense, Jimmy. Listen, since the last time you were a guest, I don't even have the date. I have to ask the producer, but you were one of our earliest guests on the Hospitality Hangout. You guys at Chowly have been moving a mile a minute. You got new partnerships with Google.
Google.
Company, I think, is going to be a big player in everything. I'm telling you, if you don't know this Google company, check it out. Just Google it.
They're only worth about $1 trillion.
There you go. $1 trillion, Jimmy. That's finance terms we're talking, okay? Let me tell you.
I should aim all the numbers at Jimmy.
Yeah, and I mean, talk about Ghost Kitchen. C3 did a big deal with C3, right? I mean, can I say that on here? Is that
of course.
Is that legal?
Well, if it wasn't, you already blew it.
Oh, that's true. Okay. What can you tell us? What's happening at Chowly? You got a lot going on. Google, C3, Ghost Kitchens. I mean, I don't know how many restaurants have onboarded you, but I mean, you're into 12,000 restaurants now or something like that, but it's crazy. What's going on?
Yeah, I think for us, one of the things that we've learned, especially over the last year, is that we've built this incredible restaurant base. And while we've been doing a lot of things like integrating their orders for Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash, and all those, what we've also found ourselves being is their medium to the digital space. So whatever's next on the digital side, whether it's virtual restaurants, whether it's Google ordering, 2 key partnerships that we've landed in the last 6 months.
Wait, what's the second? That's Google and C3.
Google and C3, yeah. We're looking for more ways that we can help our restaurants generate more revenue. Right? There's so many places in the digital space where they can be that they're not. And when we're the ones that are managing their menus, we're the ones that help them getting orders into their point of sale, so close to their kitchen operations. That's going to help these restaurants grow. So by bringing Google a new ordering channel in restaurants, we are playing a significant role in increasing their orders, by increasing their sales and bringing more revenue under their door. And these orders, we give them the customer data, they get to add them to their own CRM. This is really powerful data for them to have. And so that's something we're really excited about. On the C3 side, being able to bring more virtual concepts to our restaurants, identifying restaurant groups that might be breakfast only. And so they have open kitchen space in the afternoon and in the evening. Well, we can help bring these virtual concepts in so we can monetize that space at a very high margin rate and help them bring more money into the doors and help them while we're still
more money, Jimmy. Everyone likes that, right?
More of the Delta variant and the COVID stuff. So this is that's been our big focus: is how can we help monetize what we've already done for these restaurants and bring them more orders and more sales and help them make it through this next push on the COVID recovery.
So I think it's awesome, and we appreciate what you're doing for the industry, not just now but always. I want to kick into our crystal ball moment. It's not the best section of the podcast. Shatsy gets to own that.
I'm starting to like it more. Starting to warm up.
All right, crystal ball moment. We might keep this one. Listen, we want to ask our guests, where they see the restaurant and technology sector 2 years from now. But being we're at Fstec, when we're back here 2 years from now, what do you think?
That would be like this 8th or 9th show if I'm right.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go above. What are the hot topics you think we're gonna be talking about, and what do you think may have changed or evolved? As you highlighted, the speed of which things are being embraced and adopted is blinding. So 2 years is an eternity for our industry. What are going to be the hot topics, and what may have changed or evolved?
I'm trying to think back to how I would have answered this question 2 years ago, probably how wrong I would have been. But I think that on the consumer adoption side, I hope that it continues to accelerate. I hope that all of this new technology that's come up, that's helped restaurants be more efficient, that's helped them with the labor shortage, that's helped them know their customers better. I just hope it continues. Because if it does, restaurants are going to be in a much more powerful position than they have been. And they can come out of this COVID recovery as a bit of a technological renaissance. And I think that that's going to be a really powerful spot for restaurants to leverage that customer data. Every restaurant should have a CRM so that they can know who their customers are and engage with them in a digital landscape. I think that's so important.
It's a hot topic, man.
Right?
Buzz of the ball. There it is.
If you go to San Francisco today, ordering at your table on your phone or a tabletop, it's the new standard. That's just how, the QR codes have been around for 10, 15 years.
We're so ahead of everybody in San Francisco.
That city might be something.
I'm telling you, that's San Francisco
might become a real city.
Yeah. And so there's all this. I just hope that this acceleration continues. I hope restaurants continue to keep an open mind, and I hope that they continue to keep pressure on technology companies like us to make sure that we're always putting the restaurant first and putting the restaurant at the center of what we're building.
I don't think it's going to change. I mean, look at the turnout here, Jimmy, at Dallas, at Fstec. I mean, they got like 500 and something operators here. So clearly operators are thinking technology. So I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So it's great to hear. Listen, Sterling, we're going to come back in 2 years. Right? For his third time on, right?
Wow, you better get a bigger rope. to pull them
Come
in.
back and check out how your prediction went. But let's go to the branded quickfire.
Hold on, let me hit the fireworks and the confetti buttons as we launch this. Here we go. Here, look at these fireworks as we launch into the Shatsy quickfire. Here we go.
Fourth all over again. All right, listen, quickfire. Listen, your first quickfire, our producer, Julie Zucker, just handed me a card. This is live right here. A card, July 15th, 2020. You did a quickfire. You don't remember it. I don't remember. That's what the card says. So we're gonna have to go with it, okay? So it's over a year ago. You did a quick fire. You are the first guest to have 2 quick fires. So are you ready? 5 lightning round questions. Here we go. What is your favorite thing about Texas?
My favorite thing about Texas?
Yes, your favorite thing about Texas.
Why they call it the quick fire?
Barbecue?
Boom.
Nothing wrong with that. Don't be so excited about it. Dallas or Austin?
Austin.
Boom.
Jesus, we're in Dallas. Everyone's taking Austin.
It's a pretty good city.
Favorite airport snack?
Guilty pleasure, but Cinnabon.
Scott Gilman.
When it comes to football, we thinking NCAA or NFL?
NFL, Bear Down, Chicago Bears.
Watched Sterling yesterday. Watched the Bears.
Bears.
Didn't want anyone talking during the Bears game. If you were to challenge Jimmy or
Boom.
It doesn't matter what the challenge
I
was.
should be shouting everything.
By the way, that may have been the single best answer.
I'm not having Sterling out again.
I might be the single best answer to the quick fire
It was quick
we've
fire.
ever had.
Yeah,
Bam.
I
That was
had to
quick.
make it up. I took too long on the first question,
Next
so I had
question.
Oh,
to speed up here.
All
Who
right,
do you have a better chance, Chatsy?
All right, well, there you go. Sterling will beat me in everything. So there you go, Jimmy. That's it. Boom. Right on. Mic drop. Sorry.
Sterling just became my favorite guest. By the way, when I said we're going live, hey, by the way, S happens when you're playing live.
I'm trying to rope in their next guest.
I just hope
ran through a wall.
I just hope everyone's okay.
Our
Hope everyone's okay over there.
Out of here, Jimmy.
Yes, hey, it is what it is. Sterling, we appreciate you stopping by with us. We know you got a ton to do today. Taking time out of your busy
They
schedule.
have one of the nicest booths here, by the way.
They do have a beautiful booth. But I also want to highlight Sterling was the second investment, the second company that Branded partnered with. And while people joke, you always remember your first time, I will say that it was one of the companies.
I remember my first and second.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember that.
You always remember your second.
I know, but in all seriousness, the team at Chowly and Sterling and Justin and Tom, they helped us address a major issue then, and we are a very operator-centric group, and they were helpful to us, and they've never stopped being helpful to us as a restaurant operator and to their customers and clients. And that has not changed. And the way you even approached the podcast today and talked about where you see the industry going, that has stayed true to your guys' DNA. And that is why we appreciate you. I'm being serious. We joke around.
Let me add on. I mean, you all have been great partners with us.
Wait, what did you say? Wait, everyone, what?
When someone's giving you a compliment, Chat, you know what you do? There you go.
Well, you all were one of our first restaurant clients. You gave us a chance in the very early days on a new integration. You worked with us to work out the kinks. And you've been huge fans and cheerleaders and supportive of us as references, as investors. So I'm always happy to come on and return the favor. You all have been great to work with.
Well, it's been a great journey, a great partnership. And I got to tell you, it's really, like Jimmy said, it was our second investment. It's great to see how you guys have just grown and grown. And now, I mean, I don't know how, like you said, I mean, Fstec later. I mean, you guys are rocking it out. You're like celebrity status.
It may have only been your second investment. Hopefully it will be your first unicorn.
Look at that. By the way, that
be breaking news?
That could be breaking. Well, first he has to deliver on that. But you know what?
When
that
will
would be
that
fun.
happen? Deliver on that?
That would be fun. Hey,
That would be
Sterling,
fun.
thank you so much again for stopping by.
I know Barbara will be happy about that.
She'd be very happy with that.
Right.
So we'd be happy too. Have a great rest of your show. We look forward to seeing you this
He's going to
afternoon.
get out and go sell it.
Yes.
People by his booth right now just waiting online to sign up.
Sterling, thank you so much, man. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
he's awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.
Hug it out. Let's hug it out.
Jimmy, I got to tell you, we've had some great guests. I've been roping them in left and right. They run, but they can't run faster than me. I got my special on-cloud running sneakers.
You're wiry. You're wiry.
I am lanky. They all beat me in everything that we do on the quickfire. But I rope them in, and I got to tell you, I see someone from afar coming down. Marcus is here. Marcus Viscidi, by the way, everybody, is vice president over here at Enterprise at Winsight. I probably got some of that wrong, but he's a big deal over here running this Fstec. He put the whole thing. Marcus, come over here. Join us on the podcast. Don't go the other way, Marcus. Come back. Here he is. We got him. Vice President Enterprise. He runs the whole show. He runs this. A restaurant leadership conference will be due. The National Restaurant Association, the big daddy of them all, Chicago. And this guy runs it all. And he has put together an incredible show. Marcus, thank you for jumping on. I know that we just pulled you and you have no idea what you're doing here, but you're on the Hospitality Hangout podcast with Jimmy, the finance guy, and Shatsy, the restaurant guy. Great to have you.
Yes, well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. First and foremost, obviously love Innovator Alley. Been a great partnership between you guys, and yeah, happy to be on the Hangout.
You don't say that.
I know.
Wait till after.
I do appreciate that you stopped by for us today because
He didn't stop by, Jimmy. I roped him in. He was running the other way, literally running.
Because I know we're on audio only, but this is an amazing display, not just Innovation Alley, which Marcus put together with us, but the entire conference.
Yeah, we've got about 130 sponsors, about 400 operators, which is kind of on par with our 2019 numbers. Which is
I said 500. Can we go with 500?
500.
I said
500.
He meant 500.
I think the single, to me, the vibe and the energy here is incredible. And as you and I have been, talking about previously, people want to get back together.
Yeah.
And Zoom and the video calls, there's a role for it. But how have you found the vibe here? This is a big return. This is the industry's first in-person event since the pandemic came crashing down our stores. What are you and the team at Winsight thinking about?
Yeah, this has been great. I mean, this is our first in-person restaurant event since March of 2020. So it's been a long, hard road to get here. And, we're just grateful. I mean, it's been a very challenging month for the industry, for our company. And it's just good to see our partners, our friends, and have a few drinks and some fun.
The Big Daddy Show, I mentioned the National Restaurant Association of Chicago. It was canceled twice.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Well, interesting fact.
You know what I mean.
No,
we didn't have it twice.
We did not have it twice, but the interesting fact is the National Restaurant Association show was actually launched in 1919 during the Spanish flu. And we are confident if it can beat the Spanish flu, it's going to beat COVID.
Did you hear it, Jimmy? That is news. That is news.
That is news.
I learned something.
That is big.
I got to tell you, Shatsy, on this podcast, I really learned anything new from you. But from Marcus, he's dropping knowledge.
That have to be like a LinkedIn post.
We could do that.
That was big. That's unbelievable. But I know you even said when I first saw you when we got down to Dallas, you put this whole show together with your whole team, and it was basically virtual.
Yeah.
This is the first time you're seeing it.
Yeah, I've not seen my colleagues since January of 2020. So it's been a long, hard road to get here. We're happy. This is people that are very dedicated to events and, bringing people together. And that's what we do. And that's what you guys do. So we're just happy to be a part of that.
Listen, we got you on the podcast, and no one gets out of here without doing the celebrity segment, our go-to segment. Shatsy, let me take this one?
Yeah, take the quick.
No effing way.
Oh, okay, I'm going to give it to you.
I would never take your segment.
Here, we have Marcus Viscidi, live. Vice President, Winsight Enterprise, shows, does them all, puts them all together, has an incredible team. It's not believing. Marcus does a lot, but he doesn't do it all. He's got a great team behind him. We have worked with them all. And he put together this branded Innovation Alley where we got 20 some odd companies, plus the whole show. We got over 100 and something. I mean, it's a monster event. It's fantastic. Branded quickfire, Fstec. Marcus, 5 lightning round questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Here we go. What is your favorite thing about Texas?
My favorite thing about Texas is Tex-Mex.
Boom. Dallas or Austin?
I'm an Austin guy.
Boom.
I really like Austin.
It's a lovely city. Very lovely.
It's a good city. They
Good
could
city.
move the Fstec to Austin. Can I say that on here? Is that bad?
I mean, we're in Dallas. I don't want to take. By the way, the restaurant guy said that. Shatsy said that.
Oh, I love Dallas though. I'm just sentiment of most guests here. Favorite airport snack?
Beef jerky.
Listen, kids, that's a healthy snack out there. A lot of protein.
Good
I
protein.
used to love a Slim Jims.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was actually a beef jerky, but it tasted good. When it comes to football, Marcus, NCAA or NFL?
I'm an NFL guy.
Favorite team?
Pats.
Yeah, the next one. Quick
Sorry.
question.
You added one.
Pats. It's coming from it's putting a knife in a Jet fan's heart right there. If you were to challenge Jimmy Ryan to mechanical bull riding competition, what would you have better odds of beating?
Jimmy's got better hips, but Shatsy, you look a little more limber, so I'm going with Jimmy.
There you go.
Wow,
There you
look at that, huh? He's seen me on a bull before.
He has seen you ride, my friend.
He's seen me ride. He knows how good I am.
No, that is excellent. Hey, Marcus, we appreciate you not slugging Shatz for dragging you onto our show. And in all seriousness, you guys have created an amazing event.
When's that Fstec next year?
September 19th through the 21st, 2022. Yeah,
we got it all booked up, right?
We got
Is it
it all
the same
booked up.
place?
Yeah, I think here.
We'd be invited back.
let's see how we finish up.
Yeah.
But by the way, no, we really love it.
Mark the calendar, everyone.
Early bird offer.
Early bird offer.
Listen, folks, if you email podcast@brandedstrategic.com, okay, you could be one of the first people signing up.
Fstec 2022.
Yes, first people, and we will invite you to our branded Innovation Alley party, which we would have done anyway even if you signed up later.
Early bird discount.
Early bird discount. All right, we don't know what it is yet, but by the way, that's news.
That is
Podcast
and the
at
1919 First National Restaurant Association show was during the Spanish flu. Was it the Spanish flu?
Spanish flu. Yeah.
Spanish flu. Yeah.
I'm glad you must have Googled that, Chelsea.
I did. Google going to do something.
That's going to make something. No, all I was going to say is you guys have created an environment to bring us back together. And we appreciate it because we've missed each other. It's been fun to catch up with old friends. Great to meet some new ones. And we look forward to doing many more things with the Fstec team, the Winsight team, and we want to thank you for that.
Yeah. No, you guys are great. We appreciate it and look forward to seeing you all in the future.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Listen, this is Jimmy Frischling, your finance guy. We want to thank Derek, Wade, Sterling, Marcus. It was tremendous of them to stop by the show and be part of this. If you want to speak to any of our guests, please email us at podcast@brandedstrategic.com. We used to give out direct emails and cell numbers. That was frowned upon by some folks in season one.
If you want to sign up, I have Marcus's cell phone here, and I'm going to put it up. And if you want to sign up, just call him, and he'll invite you to 2022 Fstec. What's your cell phone?
Or send the email to podcast@brandedstrategic.com, and we will take care of those things for you. To our listeners, we can never thank you enough for tuning in with us. We know there are literally hundreds of thousands of podcasts out there, and the fact that you choose to be part of our community and our subscribers just keep going up. We couldn't be more thankful, and we appreciate you hanging out with us. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on any exciting guests coming up in the future, and better yet, invite a friend to hang out with us the next time. So this is Jimmy Frischling, your finance guy, signing off from Big D at the Fstec 21 show, and I'll let Shatsy take us out.
Restaurant guy, a.k.a. Shatsy, Fstec, Dallas, Texas, Hospitality Hangout. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.